All right. Grill Beast VIP. All right, so let's wait for a couple people to get on here. But as you can see, let me see here. See if I can get it to where people can see and I can see. Steve, Dave, Ron. Okay, so if everybody had been, Tammy, if everybody's been paying attention, they would have realized that the winner for the name is Feast with the Beast. So, welcome to the second episode of Feast with the Beast show. Steve, how you doing, man? All right, look, so I got my coals going. I actually wanted to have like one batch done and then we do the other batch together. But, Imani. But time didn't allow me to get the one batch done, which is all cool. Because I have it all mixed. It's been marinating. I just didn't get to skewer them. So what we're going to do, we're going to make up the marinade, which is called the Beast Flavor Maximizer Marinade. It's freaking awesome. You can use it on vegetables, or you can use it on chicken, beef, whatever meat you want. Whenever I'm doing skewers, Karen, how you doing? Whenever I'm doing skewers, I marinate all my vegetables in the Beast Flavor Maximizer Marinade, but then the meat, I want it to have a little bit different, so it's a little different. Laura, so I use like this time what I did, I just did some olive oil, salt, pepper, smoked salt, and onion powder. And that's really all. It's a ribeye, dude. You don't need much, right? So that way the beef stands on its own and the vegetables have the flavor maximizer. And I used all different kinds of vegetables. So I posted the recipe and everything that I'm on. Hey Lucas, Jeff, in the content part of this post. Okay, so everybody has access to the recipe. Print it out right here. So I'm not going to run down all the ingredients because I think when I show you this, it's backwards anyway. But I used, for my meat, I used ribeye. Robert, Chris, Eric from Kentucky. Hey, look, Debbie. I hope everybody made out good in the with the hurricane. I mean, you can see all the destruction at Kip's house, and I think we have pretty much the same amount, which is like nothing, right? So, but I know some people probably did have some damage, so I don't want to make, too much fun of the hurricane missing us. But anyway, I used, all the vegetables I could think of, cherry tomatoes, eggplant, mushrooms, onions, peppers, red, yellow, and orange, yellow squash, zucchini. I used all those. I got them all diced up and everything. Like I said, everything's marinated. Let me show it to you. So all the vegetables have been marinating for probably an hour and a half, maybe a little bit longer, which is just about right. Okay, you don't want them to marinate, all day or all night. Somebody was trying to call me. All right, so anyway, I'm throwing this back in the fridge. So I also have my steak in the fridge. It's been marinating in the salt and pepper and, oh yeah, I threw a little bit of garlic powder and the onion powder in there. So, so look, I'm gonna get started on the marinade. Hold on, let me see. I'm gonna dump my charcoal. Did anybody see Wednesday when I was doing a live feed on the business page? Hey, Tuffy, Andrew. And this is the thing with doing stuff live, right? Like when we do YouTube videos and all, if I screw something up, we can edit that out or I can start over. When you do it live, if something goes wrong, something just goes freaking wrong, right? Adam, Rick. So Wednesday I was trying to do a live feed really just to push people into the group, and It didn't go as planned. It was only supposed to be 15-20 minutes, but my fire went out in my grill and I had to get it going again. So I had to go, and then I had no content ready to go to talk about. So I had to kind of make shit up as I went and figure it out. And it was like an hour and 5 minutes, which was a really long live feed. But it turned out okay. The food was still awesome. Jason. But anyway, look, I am flying solo today, so I'm going to try to, let me see. I don't know. Hey, David. So I'm going to do it, okay, I guess like this, all right? And we'll see how that works out. I think I can see if somebody asks a question. Starting next week, I got a holder to hold my iPad, so I can see like what you guys are seeing, and I can see your comments clearly. Hey, Robert. You know, I don't know, where is Ace? I think Ace went out drinking last night. So that's cool. It's no big deal. I can do this by myself. I do it very often by myself. So anyway, look. Like I said, you can look up in the comments. I actually the actual recipe, like if you have the Beast Impalerz, it comes with a recipe. I doubled that recipe. Okay, so it depends on how much you got cooking or whatever, how many vegetables and all that would depend if you need to double it, triple it, quadruple it, whatever. But today I doubled the recipe. So what you're going to hear me say and what's in the comments is doubling the recipe that comes with the skewers. Okay. It is nice in Louisiana, Kathy. It is humid. I'm sweating right now. But you know, I have me it's a vodka and grapefruit. I'm pouring it right now, and so I can enjoy that while you guys enjoy your drink too. So, I'm sure you guys see that writing's too small. Hey, Adam, the price of bacon has gone outrageous. I noticed that when I was at the store the other day, and Laura posted a picture of Oscar Mayer bacon at like $10. It's like twice as much as it was a month ago. Ours isn't up quite that much, but I tell you what, you know, right bacon is usually one of the more expensive bacons. And when I was at the grocery store last night getting stuff for today, right bacon was empty because it hadn't changed in price, but all the other bacon was still sitting there. It was like $8 for 1 pound packs, and that's like outrageous. I'm not paying that. But anyway, because I actually almost did a bacon bit for today. So, like you can see, this recipe, we call it the Beast Flavor Maximizer. It has soy sauce, olive oil. Like I said, the recipe's up in the content part of this post, so you can copy it, paste it, do whatever you want with it. It has soy sauce, olive oil, Worcestershire, dry mustard, salt, parsley, thyme. I'm going to run through this and measure it out and everything, and let's get going. So anyway, we have a half a cup of soy. Probably should have dumped this, get the cap off of it so it pours a little faster. So, hold up. It's almost there. There you go. So that's a half a cup of soy sauce. All right. Hey, look. I don't know if Phil, if you saw Phil's post. It's this a new style spice rack that he found a picture of. It's kind of funny. So if you did, go check it out. If you didn't, go check it out. It's posted into the group. All right, you got a cup and a half of olive oil. This recipe's got a lot of stuff in it. A lot of stuff. All right, so you got a cup and a half of olive oil. I'll have to show you in a minute. I got the shelf wraparound for my my flat top, my Blackstone flat top. All right, so then it goes a 1/4 cup of Worcestershire. All right. Like I said, if you're only going to do a little bit, you can cut this recipe in half, because the normal recipe is this recipe in half. All right. Okay. So we got two tablespoons of dry mustard. All right. So dry mustard's sticking. All right, it's one. The humidity out here. All right, it's close. Two tablespoons of dry mustard. All right, 4 teaspoons of salt. I know that sounds like a lot of salt. It truly is not. You're definitely going to want all that salt. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 2 teaspoons of parsley. So a lot of times I'll use fresh stuff, but for this, you know, dried parsley is just fine. All right, 2 teaspoons of thyme. Right? Teaspoons of thyme. We have 2 teaspoons of oregano. Now, for the most part, if I was you, I'd stick to just what the recipe calls for. I know sometimes I go a little heavy, a little light on things. But for this, I am sticking to it as close as possible. All right, pepper. Going 2 teaspoons of pepper. Oh, crushed. All right, here, let's just go to the ginger. All right. So ginger, I actually tried to get fresh ginger, but for whatever reason, they didn't have any. So we're going with this. Dried, crushed ginger, and that's 2 teaspoons of ginger. All right, 2 tablespoons of honey. All right, so two tablespoons of honey. I forgot to bring out my pineapple juice. Give me 2 seconds. All right, yeah, so I forgot to bring out this. Now, this also calls for like 4 cloves of garlic crushed. So I actually have like 5, 6, but one of them's a little small. So all you need to do, you just cut your little tips off. All right. Cut your little tips off. All right, push that out of the way. You just do that. All right, pull the peel off, throw it in there. Probably doesn't even hurt if the peel's on it. All right, so that's all done. I'm gonna throw the scraps in there. All right. All right, so if you have one of these 6-ounce things of pineapple juice, you put most of it. It's really like 4 ounces what you need, just the 6 ounces. So Just throw it all in there. Alright, so I think that's everything. I didn't miss anything. Everything's gone from the table. That's how I keep track to make sure I didn't miss anything, is I keep everything that I used, I'll put it off to the other side. Okay, so now you just mix this up. Okay, you're gonna need a gallon baggie. All right. Oh yeah. All right, so we've got the charcoal going. I'm gonna grab my vegetables out of the fridge. I didn't want them sitting out here in the heat because I know for a lot of you guys, the weather's starting to get a little chilly, but in Louisiana, it's still hot. Air conditioning's still running. So, hold on 1 second. So, I just cut all this up like 2 hours ago, and I put it all in individual baggies. We got squash, zucchini, everything that I mentioned before, really. So, all you do, you take a gallon bag. I'm sure you guys have done this a million times already. Dump all your vegetables in. I actually have two different kinds of mushrooms. I had mushrooms that were left over from last weekend. I'm using those. And then I'm using just regular button mushrooms too. Alright. I cut everything. I leave it a little bit big. Right? I like onions that are big. I keep double layers if I can. Same thing with the peppers. Zucchini. All that good stuff. Alright, so all this, if your vegetables fill up a gallon bag, this is how much marinade you're going to need, this whole thing. Alright, so you just get that mixed up really good. Now, let's see if I can do this without spilling it. Oh yeah. That's it, man. So what you want to do, you just do this like an hour before you want to do your skewers. Alright. Throw this in the fridge. Let it marinate. And then you're all set. Hold up and throw this in the fridge. Now this is the one that I've had marinating for, it's getting close to 2 hours, which is really pretty much the maximum you want to marinate any of that stuff. It doesn't need to marinate that long because it's vegetables. It's soaking up all that flavor. But you can't forget your steak. You need to get that going. I got ribeye. That's what I almost always get. That's my favorite. For your steak, you can get pretty much whatever you want. Okay. So I'm going to trim some of that fat off. Can you hear me okay? I can't see. Oh no, I got Beast gloves, man. When I put them on, I'm going to use the Beast gloves, alright? I'm just putting these on before I handle the meat. So, the tools I'm using, Beast Impalerz and Beast Armor, alright? So the only reason I really need the Beast Armor is because when the impalers are on the fire, they're going to get hot. You're not going to be able to grab them with your bare hands. All right? So I don't know if you guys know this, but our very first version of the Beast Impalers, they were very flimsy. If you did that to them, you could kind of bend it with like a paper clip. There's a little oversight. Had to throw away like 1,000 sets. I had to take them to the scrapyard. So anyway, but we got a good badass set of impalers now. So anyway, you want to, or I do, I mean you trim your meat up however you want, but what I do is I'm going to trim off this outside layer of fat right here. Alright, I don't want to cut too much fat off, just enough to give me some cubes. Alright. And that's really just about the size. I keep my chunks pretty big. Alright. So at that point, all you gotta do, then I throw mine in a bowl and take one of my gloves off. Throw some olive oil on it. Alright. Get that all over really good. So, at that point, really all I'm going to do this time is I'm going to put a little bit of regular salt. Alright, well, a good bit really, a lot of salt. Then I have some smoked sea salt, and these are bigger chunks, so alright. And then pepper. And really that's everything I'm going to put on this. I thought I brought out my garlic, but I didn't, but it'd be fine. It doesn't have to have it. I assume everybody can hear me alright. See if we have any comments. Hey, Jonathan. Alright, so we get one more glove on here. Ooh, yeah. So when I'm done, if anybody has any questions or anything, we can go over that then. So then I just mix it up. Throw it in baggie. Then I'll throw this in the fridge to marinate right alongside the vegetables. All right. I'll step out of the screen for just a second. All right, so we're looking pretty good here. So the only thing we need to do right now is skewer up the veggies and the meat, put them on the grill. So let me grab the cookie sheet. Alright, if you're marinating everything together, usually it's a little bit easier if you dump everything out. Then you can kind of see what you're grabbing. Alright. There it is. All right, so we got the beef right here. All right, look, I'm gonna skewer one of these up real quick, 2 of them maybe. Oh, we got company. The handle's on the inside. So look, I'm gonna skewer a couple of these up real quick. Throw them on the grill so we can eat some. All right, so look, you skewer any way you want. I just try to space it all out good. Don't forget your mushrooms. A little bit of everything. All right, so I don't know if you noticed, what we didn't get is some split up vegetables. All right, when we designed these skewers, we made sure that they were thick enough to be strong, but not too thick to where it split everything up. All right, so that is pretty much all I'm going to put on here. Throw an onion on here. No. I'm going to tell you something. If you like mushrooms, after you do this marinade with mushrooms, it's going to be awesome. Alright, so look, I'm going to do this one so we can get to questions. Alright, so we'll let that go for a minute. I'm just going to use one glove for now. I don't know if anybody has any questions. Hey Vanessa, thank you very much. Hey Kathy, marinade vegetables, salt, pepper, and on it. Yeah, that's Kathy, that's exactly what I did. I marinated the vegetables with the meat. I just did salt, pepper. Actually, the meat that's on here, I did salt, pepper, smoked salt, garlic powder, and onion powder. Hey Robert, how you doing, man? So yeah, that was pretty much all I did. So look, I'm gonna take the camera over to the grill so we can watch, see some cooking going on. Oh yeah, so the name of the show is Feast with the Beast. All right, so so whoever came up with that name is going to get a Beastly barbecue set. Hey Jennifer, how you doing? Is going to get a Beastly barbecue set. But actually, the people that came up with the other two names, they're going to get something too. So yeah, I do too, Jen. But yeah, so it was a pretty good deal. I actually thought Beastly Eats was going to win, but I tell you what, it took off. Anyway, look. So, can you see the? There you go. Infamous C, how you doing, my man? Robert. Alright, so anyway, that's cooking good. I actually almost did the, use the hibachi part of the barrel. I thought about doing that. Aaron, how you doing, man? But I ended up, I don't know, it was just easier just to set this up for now. The good thing about the barrel, if you set that up, you probably lose a lot less charcoal. But, you know, anyway, this is all good. I'm just going to do one up for now. I'm just going to cook one for now, and then I'll cook the rest in a little bit. All right? But for us, pour my drink. I hope everybody's enjoying themselves on Sunday. Enjoying a little drink for themselves. Here's to the show number 2. Now we finally have a name. Not a bad turnout. 40-some people. I don't know if it's people jumping on and off, or if they've been on for a while. Either way, I don't know what's going on with football lately. I haven't watched any, so I don't know if that's what people are doing today or not. Does anybody have any questions about the recipe, the meat, the vegetables? I mean, it's all pretty cut and dry. You just follow that recipe, and I'm telling you what, you can use that marinade on anything, any meat, any vegetable, you know, whatever. It doesn't matter. So, hey, Paul, how you doing? So, I hope. So, oh yeah, real football was yesterday, right? College. So look, you guys are gonna have to tell me if what I'm doing is interesting to you guys. If you're learning anything, if you think the recipe's good. Next week, I'm going to do, I already have it all planned out. And I'm not going to give it away yet. I'll probably give you all a good clue probably Friday. But it's definitely not something a griller would do. All right? Because that's one thing I want to do with this show, is show you things that you normally would not do. Today's show was about showing you that recipe and to get you to try it. The grill cover. I don't use grill covers. Infamous, is that what you're asking me? A grill cover? Yeah, I don't use a grill cover. I never do, because I'm always under a patio. I hate grill covers. Every time I've ever had a grill cover, I've always melted it. So, you know, I just don't buy them anymore. I haven't bought a grill cover in probably 30 years. I don't know. So anyway, yeah, so you guys are going to have to tell me if the tempo of the show is cool, if there's something that you want to see, or whatever. Or if you like it, tell me that too. But I just want you to be honest. Like, if you don't fucking like it, you got to tell me, right? Because I'll just keep doing the same shit. My fire's acting funny. So, but like I said, when it's live, shit happens and you can't hide it, right? What, Infamous? Dang it. Daryl, Impalerz. No, man, I've used, oh, you know what? Daryl, the Impalerz, I use those when you got to use the hibachi part. So, the handle might hang off. But the Impalerz are right about the right size. They should be. Yeah, they are, man. They're perfect. So if something's not working for you, let me know, and so I can maybe help. So thanks, Greg. Jeff, good work. Thanks, man. Thanks, Jeff. Oh, Infamous mistyped. All right, I don't know what you meant. All right. Anyway, Jeff. Thanks, Jeff. Yeah, I hope everybody's learning something. It's just about done, and it's going to be good. But I got enough stuff to do probably 10, 15 skewers, counting what I just put in the fridge. What I have right here is, I don't know, enough for 5 or 6, which makes sense, half and half. But anyway, Scott White, thank you, Scott. So anyway, I'm going to be doing like a different version. I don't know. I want to make sure you guys are getting something different than anybody else. The one thing you guys are going to get, and I was hoping to have it ready today, but it's not. But we're going to give you guys some good deals on our products. And I don't want to tell you what the first one is. I already know, but I don't want to tell you. It's going to be a surprise. Hopefully in the next week I'll be ready. And then I'll make a post. There will be a way to get a coupon code, and you'll get like a really, really, really good deal. Better deal than anybody else has ever gotten, other than free. Hey Phil, how you doing, man? So here you go. I don't know how that looks in the camera, but I'm gonna let this bad boy cool down. And oh man, that smells so good. So pull it up, everybody. There we go. So that's what we got on our second show. I hope it's good. So look, I hope the show was good. You know what, the way the lighting was, I don't know if you could see it or not. So anyway, all right. So anyway, yeah, I'm telling you, use that marinade. Hey Jennifer, quick question for you, just how much money? Oh, you know what? I need to look because they did put a hold on us because they wanted to check us out, make sure we weren't pocketing the money. But they gave us an okay letter the other day. The last I looked, it was like $3,750. I really wanted it to get up to $5,000. So I don't have the link to it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to post in the group later on and see if we can get we want to get up to $5,000. There should be no problem for us getting up to $5,000. I put in $500 of my own money, and I know a lot of people. And all I said is $5, and we have a ton of people that contributed, and even if you did $5, that's $5. That still helps. That's money, right? But if you can do more, you can do more. Because Operation Barbecue Relief, they're busy. They're in Texas, they're in Florida, and I honestly don't even know what happened with the hurricane last night. I don't know, what kind of damage, if it was that much damage at all. I'm sure there was some somewhere. But we want to get that up to $5,000, and then we can present that to Operation Barbecue Relief and let them help some more people out. And that's what this is all about, right? So, look, I don't know if there's any more questions. If there are, hit me up now because I'm about to shut this down so I can eat this, right? Okay, yeah, so Roger said it's $37.54. Okay, so, dude, we're just $1,246 away. Okay, oh, thanks, Chris. So Chris Jones just put the link in. And so, look, if we can just get a little bit more money in there, we can wrap that baby up and move on to the next project. But I don't see why we can't hit $5,000, So, so like I said, the tools I used today were Beast Impalerz. I don't know if you can see that. It says it on there, but I think it shows up backwards in Beast Armor. Okay, so I know if you don't have Beast Armor, hey John, how you doing? Oh yeah. We're still working on trying to get that, dude. When I announced that, I had no clue what a pain in the butt that would be to put together. He's talking about the accessories that go to the Beast Mop. But we're working on it, man. Like doing a couple of accessories are easy, but it's almost like I got to go to different factories, and then I got to worry about is everything threaded the right way to go into that mop. And believe it or not, it's a lot of work. So anyway, look, Beast Impalerz. Oh yeah, so yeah, if you don't have Beast Armor gloves, and if you've seen my video where I'm picking up hot coals and all, you really can do that with these. Okay, now you can't hold the hot coals forever, right? Because they're 1,400 degrees, dude. but you can pick them up. Anyway, John, how you doing? Ray, hey, look, if there's any more questions, let me know now. Oh, so Monty wanted to see the point of the impalers. So, see like that? You see how thick they are? All right. So they're good and strong. You know, they flex, but they don't bend like paper clips. Okay. So anyway, yeah. So they're good. Anything else? I'm trying to read the questions. All right. So look, that's a wrap. I think this is show number 2 of Feast with the Beast. Show number 3 will be next Sunday. I'm pretty sure I know what I'm going to do. And like I said, it's going to be something that I know almost nobody would do in this group, except for maybe Jennifer and Debbie, maybe a couple other people. I could be totally wrong. Maybe everybody's done them. I don't know. But anyway, it's going to be awesome. I hope to see just as many people, if not more, next weekend. And like I said, let me know if you like the show, if you don't like the show, if you think I should change something. All right? Anyway, peace out. Go grill you something. Have a good day. All right? Later. Hey, Benny, how you doing, man?